Hello, my name is Sarah.
And my name is Rose, and today we're going to be discussing the concept of realism.
Our main source here is our class textbook, Film Theory by Ian H. Ian H. dived into the concept of realism in the very first chapter of the text. To describe this notion as well as introducing formalism, they present them as a cinematic window versus frame.
As told in the reading, Ian H. see the frame in cinema as the formalist/constructivist form, while the window in cinema is realism. To define realism in terms of cinema, Ian H. described realism as, quote, defining the essence of cinema in terms of its ability to record and reproduce reality and its phenomena, including aspects which are invisible to the naked eye.
In this definition, we can gather that Ian H. is saying that realism is cinema's ability to recreate life as we see it. They describe realism as a window for a reason, while formalism constructs a frame into a sort of fake neo-realist world. Realism is simply a window an audience looks into. It is not constructed within a frame. It is a feeling that already exists, and we simply get to view it.
While we discuss realism today, we've added a little reel we shot to visualize the concept as we talk about it. Ian H. summarized this idea on chapter 18, saying the difference may be the difference between finding a world and creating one. This quote stuck with me specifically because I do love the idea of realism in cinema, and the idea that we're peering into the world that already exists is very interesting to me.
Yeah, exactly. And to get a visual for realism in cinema, we watched the film Nanette in class, directed by Nicholas Filbert. This film was a very obvious form of realism. The director made a conscious effort to get really personal with Nanette herself in the film. We got really close and personal and got to know her better.
We acknowledge that this film really shows a different side of emotions we typically see from monkeys and animals of this nature. The entirety of the film was shot in her cage, only showing her and her son, with the only presence of humans being in terms of voiceover. In this way, realism is heavily present in the film. The way we are so personal with Nanette in the cage allows the audience to feel as though we are in this world and we live there.
Along with this film, we also watched Hale County, directed by Ramel Ross, which presented realism in a different light. The viewing of human life in its own messy, confusing, and contradicting ways. The way he goes about filming life in Hale County, the children, the women, the men, the daily activities, really sets up the audience for a clear window into his life.
Both of these films are emphasizing the window that Ian H. are touching on. The camera work, audio, editing, and art direction for both of these films, and realist films in general, put their audience in a more vulnerable position, allowing us to fall deeper into these stories.
Personally, for me, realism is when I can fully immerse myself into another film and feel as if I am the character that they are portraying.
Yes, I agree. I enjoy realism so much because it feels like I'm not watching a film. It feels like I'm living in a different place. And that is our take on realism.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.